Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I will deliver a lesson for class 12th, subject zoology. Today we will discuss about various genetic disorders. Now the diseases which are transferred from generation to generation are called genetic disorders or genetically transmitted diseases. These diseases may be inherited or arise due to mutation, which you have already studied in detail. Now these genetic disorders are broadly classified into two categories. Our first category is the chromosomal disorders, which are caused due to the alteration in the chromosomes. Whereas another type of the genetic disorders are known as Mendelian disorders. These Mendelian disorders occur due to the mutation in the particular genes. Now, so far the chromosomal disorders are concerned. These chromosomal disorders, as you can see in the sketch, they are further categorized into two types. If there occurs a change in the autosomes, or the genetic disorders are due to the autosomal abnormalities. For example, Down syndrome. It is an autosomal abnormality. And second type of chromosomal disorders are those disorders which are caused in the sex chromosomes, or we call them as sex chromosomal abnormalities. These sex chromosomal abnormalities include two important these chromosomal disorders as Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. Similarly, these Mendelian disorders, which is also another type of genetic disorders, is further categorized into autosomal recessive disorders if this disorder is in these autosomes, the genes are present in the autosomes, or if the disorder is present in the genes of sex-linked these chromosomes, then they are known as sex-linked recessive disorders. The autosomal recessive disorders include sickle cell anemia and another disease, phenylketonuria. Similarly, the sex-linked recessive disorders include color blindness and hemophilia. Now, first of all, we will discuss about these chromosomal disorders. These chromosomal disorders, as I already said, are caused due to excess or absence or abnormal arrangement of one or more chromosomes. The chromosomal disorders may be either due to the abnormality in autosomes or abnormality in sex chromosomes, and accordingly they are categorized as autosomal abnormalities and sex chromosome abnormalities. Now, three important chromosomal disorders which you have to study about are Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. So far the Down syndrome is concerned, this syndrome can be represented symbolically as 2n+1. That is, in addition to the normal set of chromosomes, there is an abnormal addition of one chromosome. Basically, this Down syndrome is caused due to the trisomy of 21st chromosome. That is, at the 21st chromosome, instead of two alleles, there is another allele present in this chromosome, that is 2n+1 or trisomy of the 21st. Since this disorder occurs in the autosomes, therefore it is an autosomal abnormality which is caused due to the additional copy of chromosome number 21, that is trisomy of 21 chromosome. The disorder was first discovered by a scientist known as Langdon Down in 1866, and accordingly this disease is called as Down's syndrome. This disorder is characterized by rounded face, broad forehead, and open mouth. In addition to these symptoms, the child suffering from the Down syndrome has protruded tongue with short neck and flat hands, as well as furrowed tongue. In addition to these symptoms or characters, the person suffering from the Down syndrome is always suffering from mental retardation, and there are Mongolian type of eyelid folds present in the person suffering from Down syndrome, which is also termed as epicanthus, means Mongolian type eyelid folds. Now these are the characters of Down syndrome. The second important this chromosomal disorder is the Klinefelter syndrome. This is symbolically represented as 2n+1. It is also a trisomic condition, but this trisomy occurs in the sex chromosomes. It is therefore a sex chromosomal abnormality caused due to the presence of an additional copy of X chromosome, resulting into a karyotype of 44 plus XXY. That means overall, instead of 46 chromosomes, the person suffering from Klinefelter syndrome has a total number of 47 chromosomes. The person suffering from this type of syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, are sterile males, and such male individuals have an overall masculine development. However, feminine development, that is the development of breasts, that is the gynecomastia, is also expressed in such persons. This is the Klinefelter syndrome. Now, the another important chromosomal disorder is what we call as Turner syndrome. This Turner syndrome is actually because of the monosomy of sex chromosome. That means there is absence of a sex chromosome. Also, it is also a sex chromosomal abnormality in females and is caused due to the absence of X chromosome, that it can be represented as 44 autosomes plus only one X, and another X chromosome is missing, written as XX0. So there are total 45 chromosomes in the person suffering from Turner syndrome instead of 46 chromosome. That is, there is absence of one chromosome and is therefore called as the monosomy of sex chromosome. Now these persons suffering from Turner syndrome are usually the sterile females with other characters like rudimentary or underdeveloped ovaries with short stature, also underdeveloped breasts, presence of webbed neck, and absence of menstruation, that is termed as amenorrhea. In addition to these symptoms, the person suffering from Turner syndrome are having low IQ, that is the abnormal intelligence. Now this is all about the chromosomal disorders. In our next topic, we will discuss about Mendelian disorders. Until then, goodbye.